Well, what is up, Mission Church family? Honored that, making time for the family meeting. So cool to have this on there. If you're watching it later, thanks for taking the time to engage here. So, Jim Sheldon's over there. Nobody cares about him. This
Oh,
is Jen
Jim,
Oaks.
I care.
I care about you. I
We
care
would
about
be
you.
lost
True.
without
It's funny.
you.
My dad's on here, so
Oh,
yeah.
Big Mar,
Come on,
I
Big
love
Mar,
your son.
stand up for me.
No, Jen Oaks is our Oxnard campus pastor, is joining us for the family meeting tonight. So we just want to just chat a little bit. It's the Monday before Easter is when we're recording this, and just want to talk about some upcoming things and exciting, probably one of the biggest initiatives we've done as a church that I'm like super stoked about. But you have to
Yeah.
wait till the end to hear about it. So,
That's right.
anything going on? Any competitions that you're signed up for or anything like that?
Oh,
coming up?
we're gonna out that
Wow,
right now.
Jim.
Yeah. So I signed up for something I'll probably fail at. So that's always good for the soul. I'm doing the Mulholland Challenge, the bike ride coming up in 2 weeks. Like 8 to 10,000 feet of climbing.
Dude, that's
So
amazing.
How many
we'll see.
miles? Seven?
I'm doing the smaller one of 75 miles. Yeah, not the full
so
105.
wow,
yeah.
what is even that?
I
Like
know, not
75.
even
I don't
true.
even like
Nothing.
driving
Tom,
75
you
miles.
should totally be doing this with me.
That's
so.
amazing. That is amazing. So awesome. Well, you want to maybe like walk through as kind of people are jumping on. One of the things that we want to do and get better at is talking about there's so many cool things happening that we don't always get to talk about on the
Yeah.
weekends, or that if you're just hanging out at Mission, you may not know. And so,
Right.
can we maybe walk us through
Yeah,
celebrating some of
so
that stuff?
if you've been around Mission for a while, you know that we launched a couple of different initiatives over the summer. One of them was the Pastoral support team through the chaplain training and kind of the Care Academy stuff. And it's been so cool to watch the number of people that have stepped in to serve in new roles on that team. One of the ones that I want to highlight is we've got like these marriage mentors who have been walking alongside couples, and there's one couple on this team. I think they're getting ready to perform their second wedding.
That's awesome.
Which is like they've engaged with couples, kind of walked alongside of them, and it's just so cool to watch like the church, the people of Mission, doing ministry in the community. It fires me up. It's the
That's so
coolest
cool.
thing.
Marriage
So
mentor
cool.
is awesome. If that's something that even as Mission family and part of that you want to maybe be interested in, or maybe sounds like something you'd want to like, there's still room, man. There's going to be, especially coming out of COVID, I think the
Yep.
need for marriage mentors is going to go through the roof.
Yeah,
So,
we've got the change workshop that we did, and that's still available online. It's missionventura.com/change workshop. I'll post the link in the chat in a minute. But I've pointed a number of people back to that workshop, people that like missed it or didn't know that we had it, or have started attending Mission since then, and it continues to just be something that people over and over are like, man, I didn't know I needed that, and
Yeah.
it's so helpful. So still a lot of good resources for all of us that call Mission home to lean
I'm
in.
probably going to surprise some people, so I'm sorry. But the Better For It workshop too, some of
so
those
great.
like conversations after replenishment cycle, things that you and Tommy did was really, really helpful. And it wasn't just you and Tommy, but
Yeah, who else did
I
great
think
a
you
great
did. I
workshop?
think you did. I think you did average.
Well,
It
it's
was
fine.
average. No, but just even some like the practical tools to help people really where they live if they want to be better for it. So
Yep.
great job.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, and then we've had a lot of fun things happening recently too. I mean, we've got the student ministry retreat
Right.
that happened a couple weeks ago.
Stay treat. It's more of a
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was on campus. But hey, you got out of the house as a student. It felt
100%.
like you got to go on an island or something. It was tons and tons of students here for that.
There's
over
so
100
much
between
great
the-
energy out
yeah.
there. Like, it was just so cool to see all the students engaged and the leaders engaged. I mean, it was
Yep.
incredible. Yeah.
student worship band. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
we had a
Pretty
student
awesome.
worship
It was
band.
amazing.
was
Student
awesome.
numbers are actually up from pre-COVID,
is
which says a
crazy.
lot about what parents know that our students need connection.
Yeah.
And last weekend, right? We had the 3rd through 5th grade
Right.
retreat that Mission Kids put on, and they had over 60.
I think it was over 70.
It was over
Yeah.
70,
Yeah.
like 3rd through 5th graders here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and again, just unbelievable experience for the kids. Again, parents just knowing like, man, I'm so glad that my kids get to have that experience. And then the volunteers, just to hear the stories of the volunteers. If you were there serving, man, thank you for
Yeah.
creating that space.
Yeah.
You know how powerful that was for the kids and for you to be around like other volunteers, to remember what it's like to kind of be on mission together, helping people find and follow Jesus. It's just, that was really exciting.
Yeah, and it kind of made me excited for like when we could have Mission Kids again, and
Yep.
like kind of figuring out that journey. I mean, all of this is complicated for everyone, but
Yep.
like you want to maybe talk through what we're kind
Yeah,
of thinking
so
that way?
Mission Kids is like full experimentation mode, trying to figure out what does it look like to do kids ministry right now in the season. So they kind of tried the 3rd through 5th grade retreat, learned a ton. This coming weekend, Easter Sunday, they're going to be doing K through 5th here in the
In the
auditorium.
auditorium
It's gonna
space.
be so fun.
Yep, at every service, and we don't know what to expect with that, but I'm confident it's going to be a great experience, and
Yeah.
the kids team and the volunteers are going to do an awesome job. And so we're going to try that. And then Becky and the kids team is just actively thinking about what is it going to look like to kind of relaunch, roll out Mission Kids connected to the Sunday services. And the number one barrier to us doing that faster is actually volunteers. Like it's not parents' willingness to drop kids off. That's what we've seen. Like parents are all about it.
They're ready.
Yeah, but getting volunteers in the room, that's the biggest challenge. And so, man, I just want to throw a challenge out there. If you are all about serving these days and like you're out of the house and are willing to volunteer, I mean, you could really help Mission Kids get started back up. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. I'd also say, like, man, some of us that have been vaccinated, this might be an opportunity for us to stand in the gap, so to speak, and really serve young families that haven't been able to come to church because we don't have kids ministry going, and the thought of trying to wrangle a kid in service with everything is just overwhelming and too much, and they're waiting to come back until we have kids ministry available. And so Becky and her team are just trying to figure out, like, maybe we can even find people that have been vaccinated to be willing to go, I'll give 3 serves or I'll give 4 serves just to stand in the gap as we continue to go back towards loosening restrictions. So
Yeah.
I'll drop a link
Yeah,
if you're
absolutely.
interested.
Like that's a great challenge for all of us to be able to, especially that don't have young kids. I mean, I've got kids, but I don't have young kids anymore. And so remembering what that season was like, and if you've been through COVID in that season and trying to be,
Yeah.
so man, if you're a young family, young parent, we see you and help is on the way. So we'll be getting that back as soon as we can and as soon as physically responsible. So
Yeah.
Yep. So pumped this weekend about Easter. Like I am unbelievably excited for Easter. So the parking lot at 9, 11, and 6, I think we've hopefully done a good job about that. Like we're going to have a kids K through 5 experience in this room, which we're really, really excited about. I just want to kind of even what we were talking about, it's a time more than ever for us to re-engage some of our friends, or maybe even just re-engage with church. Obviously, if you're probably checking this out, you're probably really engaged in mission and things like that. But we've been talking. It's now that people have almost created different habits around church engagement, and it's not necessarily a COVID issue as much anymore as they just got out of the habit. And so when you have conversations with somebody like, man, my life was better when I was doing it. I need to get back to that. So I think that little nudge of re-engagement has been helpful. I talked with a friend, their first Sunday back in the room in a year was this last Sunday, and it was like, it was amazing, and I missed it, and I needed it, and it was safe. And like, so I think maybe now more than ever as we're praying through our ones, but also realizing people that we haven't seen, or it's not a COVID issue, it's just maybe you're invited back, welcome home issue.
Yeah,
So,
Easter's a great time for that too. Like it's the perfect time to restart a
Yep.
habit like that.
Yeah, there are still some of us that like need to be cautious, and we're taking precautions, and we're like staying home as much as possible and avoiding gatherings and all that. And if that's you, that's actually not who we're talking about in this
Sure.
scenario.
Absolutely.
But there are, like you said it, I've had friends as well that I've met with that I'm like, oh, you're going to restaurants, you're going out shopping, but you're not coming to church. So I'm joking, like, you got some explaining to do, man. Like, help me understand the priorities here. Like, this is, you're not gonna come to church for 50 minutes, but you'll go to the mall for an hour. Like, really help me.
Oh, I got all my friends that's kids youth sports are starting up, and everybody's like, yes! And then it's like,
it's
oh,
been
we
good.
haven't
Like,
go to
it's-
church
Yeah.
on the weekend.
It's not shaming, it's
No.
challenge to go like, you know what should be the priorities in your life, and you know that you've turned to unhealthy coping mechanisms to get through a really hard year, and you're not thriving.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're not acknowledging what's missing is the rhythm to be back in church where I'm refocusing my heart, mind, and thoughts on Jesus.
I think it's that idea of like just getting out of the rhythm of giving God space to work, and we just need to be reminded. And I think people that have been experiencing it's like, oh yeah, this is why it was important part of my spiritual life.
Yeah,
So,
and again, like if you're listening to this, you're probably not who we're talking about.
Right.
But you know the people that we're talking about, and what we need is for you to like go, man, who have I not seen around Mission, online or in person, and who should I be praying for, thinking about, and reach out, give them a call, shoot them a text.
yeah, and I don't want to hear like it's not a desperate thing. Because it's actually as we've kind of moved some services, we're growing.
Right.
And so it's kind of even brings us to what we talked about on the weekend, that we're kind of adjusting how we're offering services. So
Right.
after Easter, We're going to do 9, 11, 6, so same times.
Yep, 9
But-
and 10:30 online.
And 9 and
That's not
10:30
changing.
online, and then on demand the rest of after that. And then what's going to happen though is that every service in person, 9, 11, and 6, there'll be a patio option. There'll be the lobby option the way we've done it, and then an in the room option the way that we've done it. So you maybe want to just even talk
Yeah.
us through that.
Yeah, what we've seen is obviously, man, it's such great news, right? That everything's loosening up in our city and county, like sports, dining, all those things are coming back. It
TD went to a movie.
I
Oh,
know.
A real movie.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I know, me
That's
too.
awesome. I was traveling the other week and was in Missouri, and I did something I hadn't done in a year, and it felt weird. I was like, I didn't know. I filled a self-serve fountain drink.
Oh,
like,
whoa, weird.
Click. I haven't done that in so long. Look at that. Click.
You're just like over there.
Scott was
all
over, everyone's looking at me like, what are you doing? I was like,
dude.
I haven't done
from
this in so long.
California.
Your
I'm
cup
getting
is
all of them. Pouring it out. Anyway, yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. The reason that we are adding and changing some of the service options is because we've seen indoor attendance growing. In fact, this last Sunday at Mission was our highest in-person attendance that we've had since COVID. We were just under 700, I think 650, 700 people on campus, and online stayed strong. And so we've seen new people coming and people coming back, and we want to continue to be safe and responsible with how we're seating people and doing all of that. So that means we need more options, more service options. So felt like we could still accommodate the outdoor experience for those of us that's our preference. And we could actually increase the options. Like if you prefer outdoor, you got one option. It's 9 o'clock, and I'll be real honest. Some of us, man, it's just too cold at 9 o'clock. So now you can come at 11. The sun's out. It'll be great. It'll be like a lobby experience at Mission outside. So TVs, chairs, tables, kind of sit down, hang out there, and it'll be an opportunity to view the service there, like our lobby is. The lobbies have another option as well, and then in the room. So we're just, as always, trying to tweak and make changes that make sense for not only where we're at, but where we see things going.
And we're not trying to create shame around if you need to engage online, or if you choose to engage in the park or the patio,
Right.
or if you choose to engage in the lobby or choose to engage. It's not. We're just trying to be helpful to everyone that we can be helpful
Yeah,
to.
and if you have questions about any
Yeah,
of this
throw
stuff,
those in the chat.
Post
Any
them in the chat.
questions?
Yep, you can do it now. Don't wait till the end. Like we'll get to the questions later, so feel free to throw the questions in there as you have them. And if you prefer to ask questions and not post them publicly, you're welcome to do that too. You can email info@missionventura.com, and Mike or I'll follow up with you.
Absolutely.
And just to
100%.
clarify, this weekend, all services outside, 9, 11, 6, and then that starts the next weekend.
Exactly. April 11th, we'll start that. Thank you for making that clear. So one of the things I forgot to say about Easter is we're also going to have baptisms outside in the parking lot. So we are
Yeah,
stoked about that.
so
There's people
exciting.
signed up already. So if you know someone, if you or you need to push someone or invite someone to do that, or they've been considering it, this would be a great time. Easter Sunday is a great Sunday to get baptized. You'll always probably remember it because it's like, oh, I remember I got baptized on Easter Sunday.
Always probably.
Always probably. Super decent.
Super
For
decent.
sure, probably.
For sure,
remember.
probably. Most
Well,
likely.
I can't speak to everybody's memory. I don't
true.
know
That's
how it's
true.
going to be.
That's good.
So
That's
most
true.
likely, it's your best chance to remember the day you got baptized, which was on Easter.
Yep.
So, but on Easter, so we're rolling out, and we are stoked. So to introduce this massive initiative that we're going to do over the month of April. And so, Jen, I wanted you to talk about it. This is the first that probably most of us are hearing about it. So I'm really excited.
Yes, me too. So over the course of COVID, we have started partnering with FoodShare. They have become one of our favorite partners. We love what they do and how many families they serve in our community. And so as we keep looking, as COVID is feeling like it's lifting a little bit, we keep asking people in our city, like, what are the needs? How can we help?
Yep.
The number one thing we keep hearing is food insecurity. So we already have this great.
It makes me so mad.
I know.
Does anyone else go like, we live in a place that has such great farming, such
Yeah,
great opportunity,
yeah.
and food insecurity for our next generation is the highest.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
it's
that
because
can't
of,
be.
like, people are losing their jobs,
Right.
the things that they had before they don't anymore, and really it's changed so much. And
Right.
so FoodShare's increased their number of pantries by a ton, and then the number of families they serve as well, as like it's been crazy that how much it's gone up. So we went to them and we were like, well, we want to partner again. What do you guys need? And so basically they said the reality is that we need variety in our pantries. So they have tons of them. They've increased them out, but they aren't having the normal food drives that they normally do because people aren't gathering. And then one of the biggest ones that they do is through the Postal Service, which I didn't even know this, but how they drop the bag on your porch
yeah.
and you fill it up. I remember getting that and participating in it, but I didn't realize what a huge resource that was for them. So normally they would do that in March, and that food would last them till October. They would get 60,000 bags of food through that initiative, which is pretty cool that the
60,000
60,000 bags.
Through that
Yeah.
initiative. And
And it
so
was
the
6
Postal
months of their
Service
supply.
can't do it
Right,
this
because
year because of
they
COVID
didn't do it last
restrictions.
year, and they're not doing it this year.
And
So
so-
she literally said, like, if I could have my dream, it'd be able to do that. And I was like, well, I think we can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
So, but if you think
think
about
we
it, so
can.
food insecurity is on the rise.
Right.
Food share's desire to offer more is on the rise, but the inventory is low, and they
Right.
got hit from their biggest supplier of inventory because the Postal
Exactly.
Service couldn't do it for two times in a row.
Right.
So
Doesn't
So-
that just feel like something mission can solve?
That's what I was like. I feel like, the way that God has sort of placed us in this community and in our county in a way where it's like, no, we don't need any credit. Like, let's just link arms with the community and get about doing some good. And what's cool is, like, I love being a part of something where you could talk to your friends and neighbors and coworkers, and you can be like, you may not even like church, but this is what the church does.
Right.
This is what the church does. They show up when people are hungry, and we give practical help to that. And so,
without further ado, we are going to launch an initiative, and
Yep.
I'm not going to drum roll it, but I was
You
doing
can.
it right
You
here.
were
Yeah.
actually
yeah.
drum rolling, yeah.
Yeah, it is called,
It's a big secret.
you can,
Feed 805.
let's bring it up.
Feed 805, baby. Hey, can you see it?
Feed 805.
My
That's
box
terrible.
is not working. Okay, hold on.
Too bad you don't have a sticker or something.
I know you're right.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Feed 805.
Feed 805.
So tell me what it is.
So basically, what we're going to be doing is we are going to try to go after these 60,000 bags of food.
Love it.
We're going to give people opportunity. Everybody listening right now, we want all of us to participate. So there's this individual partnership piece of what we're doing, but it doesn't look like, take a bag and fill it and bring it back. Like, we're actually asking you to take 20 bags, 50 bags. They're going to be here on Easter Sunday, and we want everybody, when you think of individual partnership, what we want to do is rally. We want the entire county to know about Feed 805. It's going up on the bulletin boards, out by the car dealership, out on the 101. Like, we want people to be like, what is this Feed 805? And then on our website, there'll be tons of drop sites all over the county where you can bring these bags of food. So we want, as a church, to really link arms and rally around this and do it together, because it's not going to work if all of us go, take a bag and fill it. We want you to get your neighbors, coworkers, friends, people in your world
Absolutely.
to fill these bags.
So it's a way to be able to to get somebody partnering with the church that doing good in our community, that maybe their first intro ever to be
Yeah.
like, that's cool that a church did
Yeah.
that, and meet a real tangible need that our
Right.
community said, this is the biggest need, we can't solve it.
Exactly.
And so I love
Yeah.
the church is stepping in. So individually,
Yeah.
like, we need everyone in Mission Family to be like, you're for sure taking 10 bags and trying to figure out the best, most creative way that we can get them filled, or you can take 100 bags, whatever.
Yeah, however
it takes.
many bags you want.
And then there's another piece.
Yeah, the
too.
second piece is business partnerships. So we're asking businesses to be drop zones for you would get a box like this and a flyer and put it out in front of your business, where we could put you on our website, and that would be a place people would know they could bring their food. We'll have a team that will bring the stuff to you, and then we would come empty it when it's full, all throughout the month of April. So that's one of the ways. And then the other way is to really use your platform as a business to help promote what we're doing. So one really cool thing that has happened in this is that actually gave us the idea is that the Strawberry Festival is not having the festival this year, and they're normally partners with FoodShare. And so they said, can we, instead of that, can we use all of our platforms to promote Feed 805?
Man, that's-
so
Let me think
so
about
they're
it.
using
We
all,
thought about it.
yeah.
Yes,
I was like,
yes,
yeah.
you can.
So yeah, that's
So
really
you can
cool.
even see on here, there's like a little QR code. So
Yeah.
you could just, so like that, if you like clicked on that, it would go to the
It
Feed
goes to the
805
website, yep.
website. It has all the information that you would need. Like I'm just bragging on you. Like, you've done a great job. The Chambers of Commerce in Oxnard, Santa Paula, Ventura,
Ventura, they're
all
all
know
in.
about this
Yep,
and are excited about it.
Yep.
So it is going to be a huge initiative that we need everybody in, and I think it's going to
Yeah,
be really cool. for the month of
60,000
April.
bags of food
Let's do
coming
it.
to our lobby. It's
Bring it.
going to be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to be awesome. So, yeah, so stoked about that. I mean, any questions on the chat that I'm missing, or I didn't see anything?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, one thing I forgot to say too is there's opportunities to volunteer. So we need tons of volunteers, and mission, like people, mission friends, anybody that wants to volunteer for this, you can sign up for that on the website too. There's lots of different
Is this
opportunities.
the link you gave me?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the
so
link.
I'll
There's
put
going to be a
Jim's gonna
link.
put a link in
Yeah,
the
there'll be
chat.
a link on the chat.
It's
So
on our website too.
Feed 805.
Feed 805. Yep.
That's what we're going to start rolling out. So we're going to announce it the whole month of April. We're kicking it off on Easter, and we're expecting like everybody walking out of Easter with like multiple bags or boxes
They're
or
cool
stickers
bags,
or
too.
everything. So
Is there a website they can go to? I've got the link for serving. Is the
Yes,
website
you just
live?
go to missionventura.com/feed805 and it's live, ready to go. You can find out more information. You can
Yep.
sign up. You can opt into emails that will give you ideas about how to get more people involved
and then on
all that
this
good
Easter
stuff.
Sunday, you'll be able to see the boxes, QR codes, get a sticker, like all
Yep.
that stuff. We'll be able to take you there.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
awesome.
It's going to be so epic, you
Whoop.
guys.
Love it.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, it's just it's the heartbeat of mission. I think about like Thomas Fire, all of those things. We're like, we just want to show up when there's a need and respond, and this feels like right in mission's wheelhouse. So it's gonna be fun tackling that
Awesome.
together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the time.
Oh, what kind of food?
Oh, there's 5 different things they're collecting. It's on all of the bags. There'll be a little card that says all of it, but it's basically like canned meats, pastas, rice, cereal,
Non-perishable.
and something else that I can't
Yeah,
think of.
and we're giving you
non-perishable ones.
bags.
We're giving
The
you these
bags are not a
on Sunday.
requirement to participate.
No, you can put it
So-
in any bag you want, but these are kind of fun to give people. And the cool thing about this too is that we'll give Food Share all the food in this, so then they can repurpose these and give them to their families when they come pick
awesome.
up food, which is pretty cool.
Very cool.
Awesome. Well, Mission family, people watching later, I'm just grateful to be part of this church and excited for Easter, excited for the hope that comes from the reality of the resurrection of Jesus that transforms our life, excited that we get to be on mission together, meeting real tangible needs in a Christ and God honoring way. I'm really pumped for the future of what God has us positioned in our county to do good in His name and to help people find and follow Jesus. Honor to be a part of it with you. But let's just keep going, not give up, doing good. Don't lose the zealousness of becoming like reaching our community for Christ. So we love you. Much love. Peace.